Hello, everybody, and welcome to Trivia League Unlimited TLU, our inaugural singles match, our singles tournament here that we have going on to crown our inaugural singles champion. I am your host, Philadelphia. With me, as always, is Calamity John. John, how you doing?
I'm really excited. We're finally getting into this. You know, we've been talking about it for a long time. We finally get to see this tournament. We're bringing over some old faces from the old There Will Be Trivia League. We're at two of the top 10 players here today, Ryan Payne, Aaron J. I'm excited about this match. Bill, how you feeling about it?
I mean, this is going to be a ham dinger, as the kids say, in the 1950s. So it should be a good time. Yeah. But enough about us yapping and jibber jabbing. So let's bring in our first contestant here, Ryan Payne, along with his manager, Jack Pinchuk. Gentlemen, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing quite well today. How are you doing?
Oh, yeah. Every day I wake up, say, gee, I'm glad I'm a now 19-year-old rock star. So it's great. So.
Well, wonderful.
No, that's all right. So, Ryan, you're going up against Aaron. How you feeling?
Look, I'm just trying to be cool today. Like, be calm, answer trivia questions. Because as much as go back and forth with Aaron on the chat, though, I know he's a sneaky bastard when it comes to trivia. He comes in trying to be all low key, like, oh, you're gonna win. The next thing you know, he just cuts you underneath the legs, and he comes out with the victory. So I'm just gonna stay. I'm gonna be a brick wall today. Not gonna let him phase me at all.
Excellent plan. Yeah, Jack, how you feeling about your client's chances?
I feel very good about Ryan's chances today. He's a very skilled trivia player, and especially when it comes to general movies, he's someone I would never want to face. Aaron, all the love to you. Ryan's got this.
All right. Well, with that, we'll drop you guys backstage and bring in your opponent and his manager, Aaron J, with his manager, Cody Newberry. Gentlemen, how are you this evening?
Cody, go ahead and start off.
I'm great. Jack sitting there saying, I'd rather not play Ryan. Jack, you'd rather not play anybody. That's why you're a manager in this league and you're terrible. Okay, let's just get that out of the way right now. You're lucky who you drafted. You're lucky the team will carry you as far as they can. Ryan's a great player. And again, 3 years ago, who knew that I would be on the other side managing Aaron? Aaron is turning into one of my favorite people in this community 3 years later with YLS and everything. I think he's got a lot of knowledge. I just think he just wants to play at the end of the day, and we're going to take it easy. We're going to take it carefree, but I still think he has the knowledge to be able to pull out this victory today.
Aaron, would you say, like the kids say, are you just here to have fun?
No, that's like kind of like a misnomer. I am very self-deprecating. I am also very aware that like Ryan has a ton more experience than me. Like you just have to like type his name with trivia and you're going to find like 50 matches, which by the way, I watch all of them. Like I watch all of my strengths movies. I don't make it a secret. You can follow me on Letterboxd. I've been watching Martin Campbell, David Cronenberg, Brandon Cronenberg for the last 2 weeks. Like I really do care about this. Like, and like leading up to this, I've gotten more and more nervous. So I am excited. Like, and I respect Ryan 100% because he's one of like, I think there's like a handful of people who honestly like believe what they say when they're like Aaron's like sneaky good. Like that's what worries me about Ryan. Like usually I need Anthony here to help me win against Ryan. That's the only way I've ever won against Ryan. But you know, I beat Scott in a one-on-one match. It was the first time I've ever beat Scott in any trivia. They used to be partners. And yeah, at the end of the day, I think Ryan chose to have this game on 420 for a reason. And I have not partaken all day because I have learned that when I partake before a match, I don't know any David Cronenberg movies. You can just ask John from a previous league.
Wow. All right.
Well, I'm not making any promises I change it, but I'm excited to play Ryan. If I lose to him, that's fine. I really do like him.
Well, we know what's happening after this match, so let's drop Cody to the back.
Seriously, let's hurry up.
Dogs, cats, living together, mass hysteria. All right, gentlemen, John's going to run down rules of round one for you.
Now, we do things a little bit differently in TLU, and we're not trying to say that we're doing things something different, but we do things a little bit differently. So you guys are probably going to want to turn your whiteboards height-wise because what we do in TLU is an 8-question speed round. It is not exactly a speed round, but I will ask you a question. I'll wait 10 seconds. I'll ask you a second question. I'll wait 10 seconds. There'll be no breaks, and at the end, we'll run through all of your answers of the 8 questions. Any questions before I read your 8 questions?
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Good. I'm glad that's one of us. John, you hit him with one. I'll go two. We'll go back and forth.
Okay, so we'll go 1. 10 seconds.
We got a timeout.
Okay.
Just for my sake as a manager, is my player allowed to change an answer that's already on the board up where it doesn't matter until he turns it around?
You can do whatever you want to your board until 10 seconds after the final question is ready.
Okay, just so if it comes to him, he can erase it. Right. Okay, we're good.
Okay, that's why we do it all at the end.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Now, after I read the question, in 10 seconds, Bill will read the second question. Feel free to go back and rearrange your answers however you need to. You're going to get a total of like over a minute to write all 8 answers. Okay? Your first question comes in the category of directors. How many movies directed by one or both Farrelly brothers were released in the 1990s?
And I'm going to give you 5 extra seconds since that's a lot of data to pull. So, to be fair, just, a lot of things happened in the 90s. So, but with that, we will go on to question number 2, which comes in the category of geek. Who plays Frank Castle Sr. in 2004's The Punisher? Dog shit film.
There's some good kills in there, I would say.
Kevin Nash, that's about it. So.
Oh, yeah, Kevin Nash is in there too.
Yeah.
Your third question comes in the category of family. In what 2010s family film will you find an alien race known as the Boov?
As the what?
Boov.
B-O-O-V.
B-O-O-V.
Yep. Boov. Sounds like a venereal disease. Just saying. All right. And your next question comes in rom-coms. Who directed Rumor Has It and The Sure Thing? I've seen neither of those films.
I've seen one of them.
Okay.
And I don't want to date myself by saying which one it is.
Cool.
Your next category is horror. In I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, how does Carla think she won the tickets to the Bahamas?
I never saw this.
You're not missing much except for Jack Black in a very entertaining uncredited cameo.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I wasn't too keen on the first one, so that's probably why. All right, your next question will come in the category of the 1970s. In what 70s action film does the titular character work for a law enforcement agency known as the Main Force Pool, or the MFP? It's a weird name for a law enforcement agency. So,
which may give you a hint as to what movie it is, but I'm not going to say much more than that.
No, that's fair.
Your next question comes in the category of war and epics. In what branch of the U.S. military is William James enlisted in The Hurt Locker?
Never saw this. Not a big war guy. Not a big war movie guy.
I say I'm a big war guy, but people prove me wrong all the time.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right. And then your 8th and final question will come in the category of recent releases. Who plays Elsa, the maitre d' of Hawthorne, in The Menu? I enjoyed this one. It was a solid film. And we're going to get pens down starting in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Any chance to get a repeat, or there's none?
Yeah.
None.
Oh, there's none? Okay.
No.
Got the speed.
Sorry, I forget.
That was intense. That's very intense, by the way. Under like the lights, very intense.
It is Trivia League Unlimited. It is not for children.
Unlimited.
What we'll do is we'll start with Ryan since he's on my left, and we'll just go through the answers one at a time, and then we'll read the right answers once we've seen all your answers. So Ryan, from the top, what's your answer for how many Farrelly Brothers movies were in the 90s?
Well, I had 4. My answer was 4.
Do you have can we see your board or no?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
4.
4. Okay. And your geek question: who plays Frank Castle Sr.? No answer.
I know who it is, but I'm drawing a blank.
All right.
What 2010s film will you find the Boov at Monsters vs. Aliens? Okay. Who directed Rumor Has It and The Sure Thing? Penny Marshall. How did Carla win the tickets? Won them from a radio station. 1970s movie. No answer. 7. You have the Army and The Hurt Locker, and then Susan Sarandon playing the maitre d' at The Menu. Okay.
I have not watched The Menu, so I know that.
Oh, it's so good.
It is good. All right, and Aaron, if you could do us please favor and show us yours for question 1. You wrote.
I went with 8. I just stopped. I did not want to start thinking about movies, so I was like 8.
Okay, that's a high thing. And then you have Thomas Jane for your answer for 2.
Yeah, because I wasn't going to think about a geek movie. Hotel Transylvania.
Got it. And then
Nancy Maher is over here in the corner.
Okay.
I crossed out Nora Ephron, the other white lady.
Fair enough.
Radio contest.
Okay.
Dirty Harry, because I didn't want to think about it. But I don't think that's it. Don't worry. Marines, because I don't know. And then Hong Chow, because it's Hong Chow.
Okay.
I have the score tied at 2-2.
That is exactly what I have.
That's beautiful. We can just struggle together. This is the only way I win.
So
we in this together. We're in this together.
Yeah.
2-2 is music to my ears.
The Farrelly brothers directed 3 movies in the 1990s, that being Dumb and Dumber, Kingpin, and There's Something About Mary.
Roy Schneider was the Frank Castle Sr., the father to Thomas Jane. So you weren't too far off.
What movie had the Boov in it? That is the Jim Parsons classic Home. They are the Boov.
Yeah, you're all right to completely forget that.
I get it now.
Yeah. Rob Reiner actually directed Rumor Has It.
Kato.
You both got the horror question right. Carla does think she won the tickets on a radio contest. That is correct.
Yep. The MMP is found in Mad Max. Yeah. Mad Max is the movie.
Mad Max.
Yeah. The Hurt Locker centers on the Army.
Okay. And it is Hong Chow as the Maitre D. So.
Okay.
All right.
I'll take a tie, man. The only question I knew is the last one.
So with that, we will go into round 2. Round 2 is your classical wheel round. However, before the match, we let the gentlemen draft the wheel. So they were able to eliminate categories they didn't like. They were allowed to pick categories they did like. With Ryan being the higher ranked competitor coming in, we're going to give him the option of whether he'd like to go first or second. And we'll bring in his manager to discuss that with him. So let's bring Jack in.
Oh,
well, I'm just kidding.
And the categories on the wheel today, in case you're wondering, Ryan's Strength of directed by Martin Campbell, Aaron's Strength of David and Brandon Cronenberg directed. Then we also have action, adventure, horror, sports, recent releases, science fiction, and directors. There's also spinners and opponent's choice on there as usual. Ryan and Jack, would you like to spin first or defer? You do get a free spin just like every other league if you need it.
Now, this is a really good wheel for you, Ryan. There are 1 or 2 categories that you're not super crazy about, but I think we could throw it over to Aaron, hopefully get one of those off the board.
Yeah, I was going back and forth on that. Part of me kind of wanted to go first because maybe I'll get something that I like, but I'm willing to defer to Aaron. Maybe he'll get something off the wheel that I don't want, but...
If you're confident you want to go first, go ahead. But whatever works.
We'll just defer. We'll defer.
Let's bring in Cody.
Shut up, Jack. Holy shit, man.
We're gonna spin.
Yeah, yeah, you are.
Yeah, it's a really good wheel. Spin away from it.
It's your first wheel, and it lands on directors. Do you want to keep directors, or would you like to spin again?
So I don't mind directors at all. This is one where I'm fine respinning. I also the wheel's good because we chose it. It's almost like we chose it, so that's why we like it. But that's the idea.
The manager had no clue.
It's pretty obvious that Ryan doesn't want Cronenberg. That's one of the ones he doesn't want, and I don't want to take a chance of getting that to not give it to him. I'm kind of thinking about almost taking this.
Okay, just work through it and don't shoot unless you're confident. But I think we can make this work.
All right, let's go ahead and stick with it.
We'll take it.
Bill, do you want to do this one, or would you like me to read the director's questions?
Yeah, I can take care of this. Give me a sec. Let me find it in the doc here.
It's the very last category for.
Of course it is. It always is.
This is the last one.
There they go. All right, super good. If you're ready, Aaron, for your first question in the category of directors.
Yep, ready.
All right, your first question: who was the first person to direct a work adapted from the writings of Stephen King?
All right. Gonna go multiple choice to make sure.
Sure. All right. Your multiple choice options are A, Louis Teague, B, David Cronenberg, C, Brian De Palma, or D, John Carpenter.
C.
C is correct for 1 point. All right. The movie was Carrie.
Yep.
Your next question. How many times has Quentin Tarantino been nominated for a Best Director Oscar?
Gonna go with 2.
That is incorrect. Ryan, chance for a 2-point steal.
Okay. This one's either way. What the hell? I'll just say 3.
4. That is correct for 2 points.
The movie being Pulp Fiction, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Inglourious Bastards.
I forgot about Inglourious Bastards.
All right. Your next question. Besides Steven Spielberg, who is the only director to direct multiple entries in the Jurassic Park franchise?
Multiple choice.
All right. Your multiple choice options are A, Joe Johnston, B, J.A. Bayona, C, Colin Trevorrow, or D, Frank Marshall.
B.
B is incorrect. Ryan, chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, Joe Johnston, B, J.A. Bayona, C, Colin Trevorrow, or D, Frank Marshall?
I'm going with Colin Trevorrow. C.
That is correct for 1 point. All right. Your fourth question. What is the most recent film directed by Clint Eastwood?
The Mule?
That is incorrect. Ryan, chance for a 2-point steal.
Damn it, I thought that one was it too. I'll just go with Richard Jewell. Oh.
That is also incorrect. Wait for Cry Macho.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And your final question. What movie did Todd Phillips direct between The Hangover and The Hangover Part 2?
I'm going to say War Dogs.
That is incorrect. Ryan, chance for a 2-point steal.
Wow.
Okay, in between Hangover 1 and 2.
Five, 4,
I don't know.
2,
Yeah.
1. All right. The answer is Due Date. We're looking for Due Date.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh.
So, John, if I did my math right, I have a score of Aaron 3, Ryan 5.
That is correct.
All right. So, with that, we'll bring in the wheel and we'll bring in Jack for Ryan's spin.
Jesus Christ.
Here is your first spin, Ryan.
Good shit, Ryan.
Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money, big money, big money.
It lands on science fiction.
Okay. Well, I don't hate this category as well, but since Aaron was being very strategic to leave the Cronenbergs on that slice, Richie pretty much guessed correctly. That's what I don't want. So I'm going to take sci-fi.
I think that's a great decision. Just take your time, go multiple if you have to. Still got your do you have our repeats in this round?
Yes.
Everybody gets 3 repeats of the challenge. Pretty standard.
And
Gotcha.
you still got your 3 repeats. You're good. Take your time.
All right. Cool. John, do you want to hit them with the sci-fi questions?
I will hit Ryan with these sci-fi questions. The first question, Ryan. In Minority Report, who plays pre-crime director Lamar Burgess?
That would be Max von Sydow.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Arrival and 10 Cloverfield Lane were both released in what year?
Oh boy. Okay.
Five, 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice answers are A, 2016, B, 2015, C, 2014, D, 2013.
That does not can help. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna say 2015.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal. Aaron, A, 2016, B, 2015, C, 2014, D, 2013.
Let's go with A.
A is correct for a 1-point steal.
Let's just trade each other's slices here, Ryan.
I really was between those two dates, 15 and 16.
Your
Starting
third
out.
question in science fiction. What country does Joe move to when his loop closes in 2012's Looper?
Okay. Oh my God, what's that country Jeff Daniels recommends to him? Shanghai.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 2-point steal, Aaron.
Man, I hate to do this, Ryan, but Shanghai, I hope it's still in China. China
is the correct answer.
She-
We
who's the
asked for the country.
country.
Oh, God damn it.
This is the only way I'm gonna win this game. Let's be honest, Ryan. Something like
God
that.
damn it.
Besides the- yeah.
Okay, let's keep going.
Your next question. Your penultimate question. The aliens in Edge of Tomorrow are referred to by what name?
Mimics.
For 2 points.
Oh my God, I actually knew that.
And your final question. Michael Shannon has visions of the apocalypse in what film?
Oh my goodness. Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice answers are A, Take Shelter, B, Vanilla Sky, C, Midnight Special, or D, Before the Devil Knows You're Dead.
Well, once again, it's down to 2. I'm going to go with Take Shelter. A.
That is correct for 1.
Damn it!
Oh my God.
I knew
With
that.
that, going into the mastery round, I have Ryan ahead 10-6.
Yep.
Seriously, I should have asked for a repeat for the Looper question. God damn it.
All right. How round 3 works is before the match, both of these guys picked a category they feel that they are masters at. So we each wrote a 2, a 3, and a 5-point question in each of those categories, and we will read them to them. Of course, Aaron chose the Cronenbergs. Ryan chose Martin Campbell. Since I read Ryan's questions in round, no, you read Ryan's questions. No, I read Ryan's questions. So you'll read. I'll read Aaron's questions, right? Because you read Aaron's questions. Is that correct?
Yep, that's how that works.
I walked my way to it. I walked my way.
You just swap. Just swap us. Treat it like it's a key party, except no one's getting some.
Okay, moving on. Jesus fuck.
All right, Aaron. So your questions in the Cronenbergs, your 2-point question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
For 2 points. What actress has been directed by both Cronenbergs, appearing in Possessor and Existenz?
Jennifer Jason Lee.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right, and I think we stick with Aaron,
We'll
and if he
stick
hits
with
this,
Aaron.
it will go back over to Ryan.
Your 3-point question. In Infinity Pool, when James first hangs out with a large group of tourists at Gabby and Albon's house, they tell him they're going on a mission to steal what from a government official's house?
No.
5, 4.
Their
3.
passports.
That is incorrect. We're looking for a medal. A medal. So we're down to
timeout.
Yep.
Gonna bring in Cody.
Just a question, like, what's your guys' rules on like release and like how long it has to be?
No,
open?
it's legit.
It's a fair. Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure. I didn't know if you guys have like
You're
a
good.
rule on that, so I'm just trying to gauge.
Our rule
Yeah,
and
you're good.
release is if you could stream it or see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right.
All right. 5-pointer.
So we're down to the 5-point. You have to hit this to kick this back over to Ryan.
Right.
For 5 points. The autopsy module Saul Tensor and Caprice own in Crimes of the Future was manufactured by what company?
Fuck. Good game, Ryan. I'm not going to pull it. Body sack.
And your winner, Ryan Payne. We're looking for the SARC autopsy module is what they had in their apartment, the SARC autopsy module. With that, the match is over. We'll be going to our post-match interviews, starting off with Aaron and Cody. Aaron, this is a new league. It's a new format for everybody. It's going to be, I think everybody's going to have like a rough sledding until they get used to it. So I would not take it too difficult.
Yeah, it is what it is. I scored single digits. I was never leading. I got more questions wrong in my wheel round than he got right. Couldn't have gone much worse. I got one question wrong in the third round. I'm pretty disappointed. So there's nothing left to say for me. I don't have anything else.
Yeah, like even me, this is the first time I've seen the format play out. I think round 3 is really important on what we pick moving forward. When you pick deep filmographies, things can just go 7 different ways from Sunday. Ryan's a great player too. Ryan's having a great season over in a bunch of different trivia leagues right now. So you couldn't have faced somebody more in line, and even he struggled in this format. Basically, scoring 2 in round 1. That quick style director just fell out of the ones you knew or close to where you knew. But again, I think Aaron will be back. I think we'll score more next time we're out here. And it's going to be a learning curve for all of us. So
yeah, well, your time in the tournament is over, but your season's not over quite yet. There will be something coming down the pipe you guys will be involved in. We'll talk a little bit more about it when we get there. But for now, I know it's a heartbreaker. We've all been there. We're just you
it's
get
not
a category you like, but the questions don't go.
It's not a heartbreaker. When you're never in it, it's not a heartbreaker.
Yeah. Well, we will see you
good.
soon. So, all right.
Cool.
And with that, we will bring in our winner today, Ryan Payne and his manager Jack. How you guys doing?
Before Jack, I know before you want say, I know you want to start like feeling good on it. So I will say with Aaron though, I was in the same boat as he is by the time we got to round 3. Even though I was ahead of him, just like before with this little new format, I could have screwed up on all 3 of my questions because Cody knows like that. I just had a match. I had a match that's in the books where I was way in the lead in one match to where nothing was working for me. But even then, I knew going up against Aaron was going to be tricky because when we were, because even then I saw the category he wanted and he was being very strategic in round 2. If I had chosen to spin away from sci-fi, honestly, the chances were high I could have landed on something I did not want. So I did play it safe. But even then, like every match I played in, I'm not listening. I'm always constantly in my head. And that definitely kept things going. But even beyond that, I was not taking Aaron lightly going into this. And knowing that he's being managed by Cody, who also manages me in a different league, I know he also was going to have some good tips going up against me. Regardless of the season I'm having, every match I play up against can always be my best game or my worst game, regardless of the format. And yes, new format. But even then, I didn't. If I did not feel comfortable in this format, I never would have agreed to play here.
Fair enough. Yeah, no. Maybe you did play it safe by keeping sci-fi icons. Sometimes that's the best way to play. Stick to what you know. You worked your way through round 2 really well. Round 1 was a little rough, but it was you and Aaron were in the same boat. Again, it's a new format, so for you and for me and for the host, for everyone involved. So you did good. You didn't have to answer a round 3 question, which is awesome. Aaron, he's a good player. He'll be back. Today was just an off day for him, I think. But no, he'll be back, and he's still someone to look out for. Ryan, you done good today, and I can't wait to see how far you go in this tournament. Good job, man.
Speaking of which,
Yeah,
I can tell you your next opponent is right here.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Interfaction rivalry.
Yeah.
No, that's Ryan. It'll be a lot of fun.
Oh no, it definitely is. But I'm just like already I've played so many matches this year to where I'm facing up against someone I team with or someone in a faction I'm a part of. I'm like, can the madness not stop? Nope, it won't.
Well, I promise that I'll try to keep it even. I won't give you anything too crazy to study. If you haven't studied.
I hope you like Scandinavian horror.
I hope you like
I hope you like Cohen because someone who's had to suffer through that.
Hey, I had to make myself at least rewatch a couple of Cronenberg films. So if it's Scandinavian horror, then I guess I'm gonna have to go into my wallet and start paying to rent a lot of stuff.
No, I don't think it's gonna be that, but yeah. But we don't need to talk about me. Congratulations. It was, I mean, honestly, for people just learning, you did adapt pretty quickly. You scored enough points to win. That's all that matters. So we will definitely see you soon. We got to get through all these round 1 matches, and we'll come back to you, Ryan. Thank you. Congratulations again,
John. That was a hell of a time. So.
Hell of a time, and you know, we're doing something novel out here. We're doing something not everybody's doing, and that's kind of what we're trying to do here at TLU. We're trying to just introduce interesting rounds, interesting concepts, because people don't want the same old stuff. Not that what the other guys doing are bad. We just have to set ourselves.
We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just trying to trick it out a little bit, have some fun with it. But yeah,
overall, it's hot rims on there. Hot rims on that wheel.
Yeah, with some spinning shit. So that's good. Anyway, with that being said, I think we are good to wrap this up. So on behalf of my wonderful co-host, John Maher, our competitors, Aaron and Ryan, our managers, Jack and Cody, I've been your host, Bill. Thanks a lot for coming. We'll be back soon. Hit the button, Frank.